Hey guys, Nick here. Just wanted to show you what I've been working on the last couple of months. Probably more than a couple of months. Been thinking about it for a while, but actually doing work on it for a few months. I just wanted to it's in the PFM space, and it's building a categorization engine for bank statements. I'm sort of employing a machine learning methodology with combining a number of data sources and coming up with what is shaping up to be, certainly the best categorization engine in the country, if not in the world at the moment for this particular problem. And just talking about what I intend to do with it and where I want to go. But first of all, just talking about PFMs, there's sort of been a bit of a monetization question mark in many ways with PFMs. It sort of feels at times like the underpants gnomes from South Park. You know, phase 1, collect underpants. Phase 2, phase 3, profit. How you actually monetize these things has been a bit of a mystery, but there is a clear path to monetization of PFM apps, and it does involve partnerships with banks or credit bureaus. But in order to do that sort of stuff, you really need to get the categorizations right. And even what this is at the moment, what you're looking at here is my bank statement, my Play Money bank statement, which has been passed through the categorizations of the leading PFM app in Australia. And the coverage is minimal, like we're talking, like 50% or under. And the categorizations themselves leave a little fair bit to be desired. Not here. This is only sort of my Play Money. You can call it like 8-9 grand. 7 of it is uncategorized. So that's really unhelpful. And if you are going to be using this as another data source, which banks and credit bureaus, etc., are sitting on, they're sitting on this transactional data. So they could step it into their scorecards. They could step it into their other credit decisioning, their fraud models, reduce credit losses, reduce write-offs and all that sort of thing. And you know, the place would be awash with money if they do this right. But in order to do this right, you need to get the categorizations happening. So I'll just show you how my categorizations, which I have, is in my sort of beta phase of my product, which is actually shaping up pretty well compared to really the market, compared to everything else out there. All right, so I'm just going to run this code. It's going to go off and grab some data sources, do some modeling, return some saved models, and do a whole heap of cleaning of bank statement transactions, a whole heap of matching of different data sources. And there's actually a hell of a lot happening under the hood, more happening under the hood than certainly it's happening here, or certainly in any bank in Australia that's solving this particular problem. But okay, I'll upload the same bank statement from the same time period. Okay. Now, excuse my poor front-end design skills. I'm no front-end developer, but it doesn't really matter because it's the categorizations that are king here. Okay, so let's have a look. 2nd of December. Okay. And so we're starting off poorly because both of us, United Bundaberg, United as a keyword, fairly ambiguous, United Airlines. I have a go at it with low confidence, and it's a miss. It's a petrol station, but the leading PFM, nothing. Optus phone, yep, okay. Spotify Entertainment, yep. So if you sort of scroll through mine, I've had a stab at everything. I've also got a confidence sort of level returned as well. And of my categorizations, so there's 100% coverage, and there's pretty close to 100% accuracy. So, and of the leading PFM app in the field, you've got very poor coverage. Although for the ones that they do have a go at, they're usually pretty close to the mark. But things like even real estate, I mean, that's something that's fairly straightforward to get. Where's another example? Like something like, here, Nando's they've got. So yeah, again, the bakery at Southport. Groceries, is it really? No, it's kind of more like a cafe restaurant kind of thing. But as you can see, well, go the other way around. So that we know there's lots of gaps in theirs. Let's see if we can try to find a gap in what I've done. Okay, so the 21 button, that's a restaurant. That's coffee. Yeah, okay, it's a restaurant. Groceries. Yeah, grocery. Okay, bakery. Thai restaurant. Yeah, okay. Groceries. Google, internet. Yeah, okay. Rent. That's deposit. That's money coming in. That's fine. Groceries. Domino's, fast food. My basketball subscription, personal. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, groceries, Netflix, entertainment. Okay, so I'm trying. There are some that I didn't get right, such as this dot providores. I've got it as other, whereas really maybe it could be a grocery or maybe it could be some sort of like food related thing. But I return a low confidence with it. So everything else that I return is high confidence. And that's because, again, I'm taking a probabilistic approach to it. It's multiple data sources, so it's a consensus algorithm combining multiple sources, really multiple algorithms. And there's actually a few more algorithms in mind that I've got to solve this quite challenging problem. Again, let's see if we can find something else that hasn't worked out so well. Yeah, bear with me. Bear with me while I look through for something that hasn't worked. $22 haircut is probably right. Okay, there we are. Homemade tie, a gym membership. Okay, so that's one that's clearly buggered up. And that's medium confidence because there must be an absolute gym or something like that in the training data set. So that's one out of stacks, out of like 30. So we're already looking over 90% there. And if we keep going, yeah, all these other ones are looking pretty damn good. So, and again, if you're going to be taking these and combining these, or maybe even to replace a credit bureau, for instance, this could be like a bureau score which is returned. So give you an idea of someone's discretionary spending, information up to date, all that sort of stuff as well. Rather than having the lag of information that credit bureaus have, you really need these categorizations to be as close to spot on as possible. And look, I'm convinced that there's nothing out there in the market that's like this, and this is just me working on a laptop in Bundaberg. So yeah, so this problem it was quite a difficult problem to solve, but yeah, you really need to spend more effort if you really want to take it and be able to monetize this thing. The approach that I've taken, using mainly predominantly public data sets and combining it in novel ways, and again with a kind of an ensemble kind of learning approach to it, this is scalable. So I can do the same thing for the UK, I can do the same thing for the US, I can do the same thing in New Zealand, etc. And so if I had enough time and manpower, I could turn this on pretty damn quickly, globally. So what I'm after now, what I really need now, and I'd love for something, someone put their hand up for this, is de-identified bank statement data with a good bad outcome, so that I can start to build credit scores out of this sort of thing using these as features. There's other things I want as features as well about the regularity of the income coming in, the quality of the income streams, and that sort of stuff. And you know, there's a lot in the way of more algorithms and more features that you can get. But that would be the next logical step for this, is to be able to create something like a pseudo credit bureau out of this data, providing this as a service and returning scores in real time to aid credit decisions to be able to prevent writing bad business, or even on an ongoing basis for account management scores as well, to be able to reduce credit losses. Or even some of these are great indicators of fraud as well. So like, you know, or even responsible lending along that sort of way as well, with gambling expenses and so on. So yeah, so what I really would need now is a whole heap of de-identified bank statement data in order to build credit risk scorecards. Not the end of the world if I can't get it, because I can have a bit of a stab at simulating it, but it would make things a hell of a lot easier if I could just grab the raw data. So that's where I'm at. Anyway, thanks.